My stepsister stole my life piece by piece, so I took everything back in one perfect move. I used to think evil people only existed in movies. You know, the kind who smile, sweetly in front of others but rot everything they touch behind closed doors. Then my dad remarried and I met Liana. She was only 2 years older than me, but from the moment we met, she treated me like I was something stuck to the bottom of her shoe. At first it was subtle, little comments, backhanded compliments, the kind that made you question yourself instead of her. "Oh, you're wearing that?" she'd say, smiling. "It's brave." Or, "Dad says you're really smart." "That's cute." I tried to ignore it. For my dad's sake, he looked happier than I'd seen him in years after my mom passed, and I didn't want to ruin that. But Liana wasn't satisfied with just making me feel small. She wanted more. She wanted my life. It started with little things going missing. My clothes, my makeup, even my school supplies. I'd find them later in her room, but when I confronted her, she'd laugh. "Relax, we're sisters now. What's yours is mine, right?" Her mom always backed her up, of course. "Don't be selfish," she'd say. "You should learn to share." My dad? He stayed quiet, always quiet. Then it escalated. Liana transferred to my school in our second year of college. That's when things got ugly. I had built a life there. Friends, a reputation, even a part-time job that helped me stay independent. Within months, she had inserted herself into everything. She befriended my friends, charmed my professors, and somehow landed a job at the same place I worked. But she didn't just blend in. She replaced me. I remember the first time one of my closest friends canceled plans with me to hang out with her instead. "She's just easier to be around," she said. Easier. That word stuck with me. Liana was always easy to like, easy to believe, easy to trust, because she was fake, and I was too honest to compete. But the worst betrayal wasn't my friends. It was Daniel. He had been my boyfriend for 2 years. He knew everything about me, my dreams, my fears, the way I still cried on my mom's birthday. I thought he was different, until I came home early one afternoon and found them together in my room, not even hiding it. Liana looked at me like she had just won something. "Oh," she said casually, adjusting her hair. "You're back early." Daniel couldn't even meet my eyes. I wish I could say I screamed or threw something, but I didn't. I just stood there, because in that moment, something inside me didn't break. It hardened. That was the day I stopped being the victim. From then on, I watched. I paid attention to everything, her habits, her lies, the way she manipulated people. And the more I observed, the more I realized something important. Liana didn't just steal things. She built her life on lies. She told people she came from money. She didn't. She claimed she got top grades. She cheated. She flirted her way into opportunities and then took credit for other people's work. And Daniel? He thought he had upgraded. He had no idea. So I made a plan. I didn't confront her. I didn't fight back. I played along. I became the nice stepsister again. The quiet one. The one who didn't notice anything. And slowly I started setting the stage. First I focused on Daniel. I knew him. I knew his weaknesses, his ego, his need to feel admired. So I fed it. Not directly. That would have been obvious. Instead, I planted seeds. I made sure he overheard conversations about how Liana talked about him behind his back. I casually mentioned things like, "She said she likes guys with more ambition." Nothing too direct, just enough to make him doubt. Then I moved on to her academic life. Liana had been cheating her way through classes, and I had proof. Screenshots, recordings, even copies of assignments she had stolen. But I didn't expose her right away. I waited, because timing is everything. The real opportunity came during a major university event, an awards night where Liana was nominated for Outstanding Student Leader. Of course she was. By then, she had completely taken over my old circle, my reputation, my place. Everyone saw her as perfect. That night, she wore a stunning red dress. She looked confident, untouchable, and she thought she had already won. When her name was called, she walked up on stage with that same fake smile I had seen 1,000 times. She started her speech, thanking everyone, pretending to be humble. That's when I made my move. Earlier that day, I had anonymously sent a file to the event organizers. A file filled with everything. Proof of cheating, messages exposing her lies, evidence of her manipulating people, including screenshots of her laughing about Daniel behind his back. They didn't notice it at first. But as she spoke, one of the organizers approached the host. And then everything changed. The host interrupted her mid-speech. "I'm sorry, but we need to address something important." You could feel the confusion ripple through the room. Then the screen behind her lit up. One by one, the receipts appeared. Messages, files, recordings. The room went silent. Liana froze. For the first time since I met her, she didn't have a response. She looked out at the crowd, at the friends she had stolen, the professors she had fooled, the boyfriend she had taken, and she realized it was over. Daniel walked out first. Then others followed. Her perfect world collapsed in minutes. But I wasn't done. Because the real revenge wasn't just exposing her. It was taking back everything she had stolen. After the scandal, Liana lost her nomination. Then her scholarship. Then her place in school. Her friends disappeared overnight. Even her mom couldn't defend her anymore. And my dad? For the first time, he saw her for who she really was. He tried to apologize to me, said he should have listened. I didn't say much. Because I had already moved on. I rebuilt my life quietly. My real friends came back, the ones who mattered. I found better opportunities, ones she could never steal. As for Liana, she left without saying goodbye. But sometimes I hear things, that she's struggling, that people don't trust her anymore, that everywhere she goes, her past follows. And I don't feel sorry, because I didn't ruin her life. I just showed everyone the truth. She did the rest herself.